Hey y'all, and welcome to the Southland Piper. I'm your host Tim. Hope you're doing well today. In some of my past videos, I've mentioned a product to clean the oxidation off of stems, and this is that before and after extra strength deoxidizer. It is good stuff, works really well. And I thought about using another one of their products. It's a Briar cleaner, before and after Briar cleaner. And the website, and I'm gonna probably murder how you pronounce this, but La Belle Epoque. That's the name of the website. I will put a link down in the description. But they were also nice enough that they sent me some other samples of some of their products. So I thought I'd do a little review on those. So let's turn around to the workbench and take a look. All right, now this wasn't part of this shipment, but I was just showing you another picture of this. And that website you can see on there is lbepen.com. But I'm gonna go ahead and review. I've never done a review on this cleaner itself, so I'll make this part of the review. Now, the first thing I saw in the box was they sent me some pages of instructions on how to use each product, so that's real handy, and I appreciate that. Now here's the before and after Briar cleaner. See what it looks like. Interesting. Very airy feeling. No real odor. Very, very faint. Sort of a fresh smell, actually. Okay. Now this is what I ordered, and they also sent me. Well, let me get them in order here. Okay, yeah, I'm good. This fine polish, before and after fine polish. Very smooth, very smooth. And then this is the extra fine polish. Yeah, much creamier texture to that. Which looks like their printer gave out on some color, but it's before and after and restoration balm. About like the fine polish, but it's a little stickier. The others weren't sticky. This one's got a little stickiness to it. All right. Well, let me find a pipe or two to play around with, and we'll see how these work. All right. I'm gonna start with this before and after extra strength uh, deoxidizer, and I'm not one much for instructions, but he did send me some instructions, so I'm gonna see what I can do to adhere to those. If you're using the regular strength, I guess it's immerse it for about 2 hours. Extra strength, 20 to 30 minutes. I'm gonna do 30. And he does say on here that if I can find it, doesn't recommend it doing it overnight. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, we do not suggest overnight, right there. So, to be honest, I forgot about a stem, and it was in almost 30 hours. It didn't hurt it one bit. It turned out just fine. So anyway, what I'm gonna do, I've got 3 pipes here because I wanted to take a pipe and use all the products and just see what we can come out with just using his products. And it's Mark. I'll just say Mark. Mark, I hope you don't mind I use your first name anyway. So I've got these 3 because he recommends doing the stems in batches, which is totally fine. Now this one, I'm actually going to cut into 3 pieces. And the first one I'm going to lift out at the 30 minutes. And he also mentions that if the stem doesn't come, clean the first time, just repeat. But this is what I'm going to do. 30 minutes for the first piece, 2 hours for the second piece, and at the very minimum, 24 hours for the last piece. Let me get this one cut up, and we'll go from there. All right, we're all cut up. Now, I like to use pipe cleaners inside of the stems. I forgot to mention the pipes. Here's a Dr. Graybo Golden Duke. Yeah, it's got plenty of oxidation on it. This is a Dunhill Bulldog from 1954. Its oxidation isn't terrible. And then this is a Weber, and it's meerschaum lined. And I did contact Mark, and he said it should not, any of these chemicals should not damage the meerschaum. So we'll see how it does with that. All right, let's drop these in. All right, I'm gonna set a 30-minute timer on my watch, and then we'll take one of those three pieces that the stem I cut up into 3 pieces, if I can talk. Okay, this is the Weber meerschaum lined, and like I said, they think it'll be fine for to get this Briar cleaner on that meerschaum. And I'm not going to make it particularly tough on that cleaner. I would be doing this if I wasn't using the cleaner. So I'm going to just go through my normal cleaning that I would do. But instead of, a lot of times I'd use Murphy's oil soap, which is bad about leaving behind a residue if you get it down in your bowl. So let me continue with this, and let's get it cleaned up, and then we'll treat the stummel with that Briar cleaner. All right, the instructions say to stir this well, which I've done, and then just can take my finger and some of it and just apply it. And then we'll let it sit for, I think it's 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, the instructions say. The meerschaum is not in good shape at all. So I'm going to put that on there. All right. I'll just put it right there, I guess. Let it sit for 15 minutes. I'll start a timer. Okay, 15 minutes. The instructions then say take a soft bristle brush, which this is a soft toothbrush, wet it, and then I want to scrub this for, I think it just said a couple of minutes, and I will just use the magic of editing so y'all don't have to sit here and watch me scrub this for a couple of minutes. Okay, I have scrubbed it for 3 minutes. Now I'm going to just use this microfiber cloth. I would not expect anything to really get through that much carbon on the rim, so I don't think it'd be unfair to expect it to get it all off. But I tell you what, I think I'm impressed on how much I see that's come off so far. And it says it may have to do a most pipes clean with 1 application, but some you'd have to do 2. Let's dry this. Number 1, drying it will help me get a better idea of how well it cleaned. I tell you what, call me impressed. And yeah, this meerschaum's just in terrible shape, but and this I think I'll end up topping the whole thing, but I'm not sure how well it's going to hold up to much of anything. But yeah, I'm pretty well impressed so far, especially with that rim. I'm going to do it a second time. There's still just a little bit of stuff. Now, of course, a smooth pipe will be easier to clean, but just as a bit of an experiment, I'm going to wrap the next one up in some plastic wrap and see if that helps it remain sort of wet. I noticed a couple spots, even a couple spots on the rim that kind of got 3 lights on this point in the table. I should have turned them off, but so I'm gonna see if that might help on the next one. But yeah, I'm a fan so far. All right, let's pull out one of these 3 pieces. Lovely. It's about the consistency of honey, but you can see how much of it came off of my fingers. This is 30 minutes, and then I've got another piece that I'll pull out at 2 hours, and then 24 hours. Let me keep rubbing this down, and I'll be right back. All right, this was after 30 minutes on that stem. Looks fairly decent, but you can still see some oxidation on there with a brighter light. So it would need to soak for at least another 30 minutes or an hour. So let's pull out one that has now been in for 2 hours. There we go. This one's been soaking for a couple hours. You can see that really coming off. Now, I need to add that as you use this solution, it's going to become less and less effective. So, and this is not a brand new batch of that cleaner. I've already done about 10 stems or so in this one, so it could not be as effective as it was. Let me wipe this down a little bit more and be right back. Let's compare these 2 pieces. So the first one, 30 minutes. And this one was the second one at 2 hours. Just a little bit left on there. There's a little, actually, it must have been where it was laying at the bottom of the container right there. So this one is cleaner than the first. At this point, you can buff everything that's on there or use some micro mesh pads or whatever, but that's not bad at all. So that's 2 hours. Now the third piece in there is going to go at least 24 hours. Let me pull out one of my other stems. This is my Dunhill stem. Two hours. Looking pretty good so far. Let me finish cleaning it up and I'll be right back. All right, here's the Dunhill stem. It looks pretty good. A little brighter light on it. It got almost all of the oxidation. See a little right in that area. But I think it's good enough that I could, I've got the fine and I think extra fine on the stem polish. So there's the fine. So may start with that and see where we turn up, how we turn up. Now, my own opinion right at the moment is this still has a little too much oxidation to use the polish. But you know what? We're going to give it a try. This is about learning what we can do with this stuff and see what it's capable. Again, they say use a cotton cloth, which I don't have any out here, but I do have these microfiber. So a little bit goes a long way. We'll see what these do for us. These are supposed to have some antioxidants in them. I think that's what he said in the paperwork. Yeah, antioxidants in them as well. Provide, should provide a lot longer time to fight off the pollen and fight off the oxidation. See what, that looks pretty good already. I think these products would really be good for someone that doesn't have a variable speed buffer. So yeah, if they just, their budget only allows for hand work, this stuff might be just your ticket. It seems to be doing the job. This is my first time using these products, so other than the Deoxidizer. I have not used any of the Briar cleaner, the fine or extra fine polish, or the restoration balm. Haven't used any of these. This is my first experience with them, but I'm fairly impressed so far. Tell you what, I think these would just be absolutely wonderful for somebody, like I said, that doesn't have a big budget to restore pipes or just take care of your own. Yep, that's looking pretty good so far. Yeah, took off the remainder of that oxidation. The stem's going to need a little bit of work, but yeah, I'm happy with that as well. Let's see what the extra fine polish will do for us. Should just pick up some more shine to it. Not a whole lot of stem there to hold to. But I believe you can tell that that really helped. I'm pretty well pleased with that. That's a winner. Another winner. Well, this is the Dr. Graybow I forgot. It got pushed back behind something, and I forgot to apply the Briar cleaner to it. So supposed to put it on liberally. So let's put it on liberally. The pipe isn't really dirty hardly anywhere except for all the carbon that's been deposited up on the rim. So this will be a good test of see how well this will remove that carbon. It did a great job on that Weber, that Meerschaum line Weber. All right, and then we'll start a 15-minute timer. All right, that's going. The like I said, the Weber was actually worse than that Graybow, and it just really did a good job. Now, the Meerschaum, I looked at it before I applied it. This Meerschaum was in rough shape and kind of being flaky, so I don't think it had anything to do with the Briar cleaner. And Mark, he said it shouldn't bother the Meerschaum, so that Meerschaum's just a little on the rough side. All right, have the Briar cleaner back out, and I'm going to use it on this Dunhill Bulldog. I'm going to give it a good liberal coating of the cleaner, if I can hang on to it. And then I'll wrap it with the plastic wrap. I think it just makes things a little neater. So I'm going to do that. The rim has not a super heavy coat of carbon buildup, but it has some. So let me get this all coated up and wrapped, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, 15 minutes. Well, you can see it sticking to the plastic wrap a little bit. Yeah, you can see how it started lifting that. So now to scrub it for a couple of minutes. All right, I think that's scrubbed enough. So let's wipe this cleaner off and start taking a look. I think I might have to, yeah, need to dry it first a little bit. It does leave a little moisture on the Briar, but I think it's going to be really nice and clean. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Got a couple of shiny spots. I'm not sure what that is, but I believe I should clean off with a little alcohol. But the stummel is looking really well. I'm happy with that. All right, let's put a little dye on this pipe. I'm going to start out with a British tan. It's got a little red undertone to it, but I really like that. And then I'll go back and put a top coat of black, and then I'll wet a paper towel down with a little alcohol and knock off a lot of the black, and so that that British tan can come through more. But I think this combination is going to look really good on the pipe. Um, could have possibly gone ahead and just used the restoration balm on it and see how it came out with just the natural tone that was there. But I just felt this pipe needed uh, the um, the color freshened up a little bit. So let's get this black on there, and then we'll rub things down a little bit with a paper towel. Hopefully it'll end up coming out really nice. Yeah, let's not make a mess with the dye. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to use this restoration balm. The pipe is good and dry. So, according to the instructions, I put a few drops on the object and rub it in. Let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes and then buff with a soft cloth. So, all right. We shall see. Let me get this all rubbed in, and I'll let it sit for 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and take a look at it. Oh, got out of frame, sorry. We'll look at it here in a bit. Okay, 15 minutes, and now buff it with a soft cotton cloth. All right. I tell you what, that does a nice job. All right, let's take a look at this Dunhill Bulldog. Um, I've only used these products on this pipe. Um, of course, the oxidation that was on here has been cleaned away. Wonderful job, and that's with the extra strength um, deoxidizer. Good stuff. I'll give it a 8.5 out of 10. Good stuff. The before and after, the Briar cleaner, really super job on this pipe. I'm going to get a lot more of this stuff. I was very pleased of how it did. 10 out of 10. The fine polish and the extra fine polish on the stem did a good job. It's very acceptable, the sheen and such that I got out of it. And I probably could have rubbed it a little while longer and got it even shinier. So I probably should have put a little bit more effort into that, but I think it looks pretty good. Those are 8 out of 10. Good stuff. The restoration balm, it did a really nice job on the pipe. A lot of times I have trouble. You can see nomenclature there. A lot of times I have trouble getting a good shine or look with sandblast or rusticated pipes. Uh, the Carnauba will get on there on the high spots, but it'll build up down the little valleys of the grain or the rustication. And I got to use some heat on them and melt that down. If you don't have a buffer and some of this other equipment, this is the way to go. I was very happy with the look that it's given on the pipe. So, if you're sitting at home and you've got your pipes and they're starting to look a little dingy, you can make an investment in some of this stuff, and I think you'll be more than pleased with the final results. This is really nice. This stem I'm gonna go back and have to work on, but I wanted to go ahead and get this video made for today. But um, overall, I'm gonna give the 5 products here a 9 out of 10. Great stuff. Um, this isn't a sponsored video by no means. So I bought this, and these were samples that sent along with this. So great stuff. I'm gonna buy a lot of that. I was impressed. Let's take a close look at the Weber and the Dr. Grabo. Of course, this meerschaum is terrible, but this rustication really looks nice. Um, that stuff does a good job. Excellent job. And here's the Dr. Grabo. You know, these had a lot of carbon on them, and I cleaned them once on the rims. I'm just a lot of times a pipe like this, I would have to treated the rim 6, 7 times with Murphy's. Um, that's just wonderful. That restoration balm and that cleaner, wow. Again, I think I could have spent more time with the polish for the stem, but still very acceptable, and I'm very, very pleased. So that's it. I appreciate you sharing your time with me today and hope to talk to you soon. Bye.